Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with a wrestling recap for you today. And we're going to be talking about AEW All Out 2020, held last night in Jacksonville, Florida. City's so nice, they had the name of Jacksonville. Now I know I'm getting to this one pretty late, but better late than never, or more specifically, better late than tomorrow. The opening match was Big Swole versus Dr. Brick Baker in a tooth and nail match. This was one of those silly cinematic or on location. Goddamn moth out of nowhere. What the hell? Anyhow, deal with that little fucker. Anyhow, tooth and nail match, and like I said, this is one of those cinematic matches. They fight all over a dentist's office. The whole deal here is Britt Baker has been kind of tormenting Big Swole the whole time she was on the shelf, a long time with that injury. They fight outside. Her henchwoman, Reba, gets trash dumped on her. She tries to back inside. They fight back inside the dentist's office. Baker tries to stab her with a sedative, and Big Swole turns it on her and causes Britt Baker to stab herself. She fights off Reba and puts a gas mask over Baker's face, and Britt Baker passes out. The referee calls it. I thought this was kind of a lame match. I thought it was stupid. It went way too long. No need for it to be an on-location thing. There is no explanation or understanding of the rules. And finally the wrong girl won, to have Britt Baker, who's easily the most over girl and over woman in the entire company right now. She had to take months off because of an injury. Now her first profile match after coming back, she loses in decisive fashion. Not only do I think this was a bad match, but an all-around poor choice for an opener. Next up is we have a six-man. What the hell? There's no six-man this year. We have a tag team match between Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks. This whole setup was these two teams had to team with each other to win an 8-man last Wednesday on Dynamite to earn a shot to be on the card. I like the whole storyline there because it puts value on making the pay-per-view and getting that pay-per-view payday. It's a realism thing. I like that. It's like the same logic behind doing their ranking systems. Wins and losses matter. You know what I mean? I thought this was actually the best match of the whole night. Jungle Boy, I wasn't behind him. You go back and watch my Double or Nothing reviews from about 4 months ago. I wasn't 100% behind Jungle Boy at the time, but he's kind of won me over. I'm really digging the Jurassic Express, especially Luchasaurus. And if I never get to see Rey Mysterio go full Brock Lesnar on Marco Stunt, I'm gonna die incomplete. And anyhow, this was the best match of the night. I love how there's no stakes, there's no number one contendership. The whole storyline here is, you got Jurassic Express, just the fun-loving goofy baby faces, and the Young Bucks are usually goofy and shit, but because of everything that's been going on with the Elite lately, they're way emotional and very brutal. So they kind of become the de facto heels in this match. A lot of wild action, a lot of close calls. Eventually it comes down to they hit a double whammy on Jungle Boy, and the Young Bucks win. Like I said, best match of the night. Next up is the number one contender Casino Battle Royale. Now the whole gimmick to this match is the 21 men are in the match, and each man draws a card out of a deck, and basically it's adjusted to your number, and the whole deal is that. To your suit. And that 5 guys, not a whole deck of cards because there's not 52 guys, there's 21. But the whole deal is, the hearts are the first 5 to come out. 3 minutes later, then your diamonds come out, and so on and so forth. And the final guy to come out the number 21 spot is the Joker, the wild card. Well, no, just the Joker, not the wild card. There's lots of guys in this match, mostly tag teams. Actually wrote down, so I'll just run through who all was in this match. Trent Beretta, Christopher Daniels, Jake Hagar, The Butcher, The Blade, Ray Phoenix, Frankie Kazarian, Will Hobbs. First time I've ever seen this guy before. He did a good showing. Good showing from that guy. Chuck Taylor, Santana and Ortiz, Billy Gunn, Pentagon Jr., Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, Darby Allin, Shawn Spears, Eddie Kingston, Sonny Kiss, Lance Archer, and the AEW debut of Matt Sydal. You may better know him as Evan Bourne. Totally Sin Cara, his debut, y'all. I mean, he comes out there, a decent enough pop. By the way, it's nice to have real fans in the crowd. They're far back, and there's not a lot of them, but God love them. They get as loud as they can for this show. Especially for Chris Jericho's match when he comes out. Whoa. Anyhow, Sydal comes out and he goes for his 450 splash, which he usually hits beautifully. He slips or chokes. I have no idea what happened, but he totally botches a 450 splash worse than anybody other than Brock Lesnar has ever botched it. He botches it in a comedic way, not in a, oh my god, that man is dead way. It's like fucking Wile E. Coyote falling. Shoot, boom. I mean, he gets so much hate times. It feels like he's in the air forever. And the camera is right on him, so you see the utter look of disappointment and shock on his face after he gets up after fucking that up. It's great. It comes down to Eddie Kingston and Lance Archer fighting on the apron. Both guys on the apron. Kingston's crew, the Butcher and the Blade, tried to distract Archer. Jake the Snake Roberts outside scares Kingston with the snake, and Archer chokeslams Eddie Kingston off the top rope. All to his partners to eliminate him and win the Battle Royal and become the number one contender. It was a fun Battle Royal. I kind of like this kind of style to a Battle Royal. A different take on a Royal Rumble. Instead of going an hour, it's only about 30 minutes. And I like a lot of guys coming out at the same time, too. I enjoyed this match quite a bit. I will say I was disappointed in certain guys not having more time and more to do. Specifically, guys like Pentagon Jr., Sonny Kiss, and Ricky Starks. Because those guys are good. I would like to have seen a little bit more theatrics out of those guys in this match. But Lance Archer, Lance Hoyt, Vance Archer, whatever you want to call him, he's number one contender, and I like his game.